I have spent almost 2 decades being a practitioner of foreign affairs in government, in the NGO sector, in think tanks. And when this opportunity arose to come to MIT and be among the greatest academics, I jumped at that because frankly, it was time to, recharge my intellectual batteries and learn new things and grow and expand how I thought about foreign affairs. I'm Dafna Rand, and I am this year's Wilhelm Fellow at the Center for International Studies. I believe that we're in a geopolitical moment that really calls on CIS and CIS strengths. And by that, I mean that the questions of technology and research and development in the hard sciences are fundamental to almost every single question we ask on international affairs. When we ask questions about development and how to feed the world's food insecure, we essentially are asking questions about agricultural technologies, new ones and discovered ones, and why they're working and why they're not. So that's one example. If you're asking questions about, our competitive relationship in the United States with China and the great power competition with China, essentially you're asking questions about a race to be the dominant producer and researchers on technologies like chips. So MIT's central benefits here are obvious. This is a moment that calls for really renewed thinking about how the US in particular engages with the broader Middle East and North Africa. And this was before the Iran war broke out in late February of 2026. So I got together with some colleagues here at CIS and we began to imagine a new program that we could pilot called MENA Futures. And really the instinct here, the idea, was that we spend a lot of time on academic institutions studying the past of the Middle East and North Africa, studying the conflicts. But what if we at MIT would start thinking almost big picture, blue sky, about the future of the region and what it could be, and then we could bring into this discussion technologists and engineers and those around campus who've worked on operational projects with their counterparts at research institutions and companies across the Middle East. A group of faculty and students have been talking about really how do you balance the national security considerations with the notion that America's technological landscape is first in class and has advanced through an openness to the world, an openness to new ideas, an ability to take risks, an ability to be outside of our government. So I was able to bring a sort of Washington lived experience working with the Department of Commerce and the US Senate on export control legislation and different types of ideas that policymakers have had to control and balance these equities. We were able to put together a panel at the end of the semester that brought together these different perspectives, and we hope that is just the beginning of a collaboration among industry, government, and academics. After this fellowship, I will go full-time to the Brookings Institution in Washington, but I have tried as a policymaker to bridge the gap between academia and policymaking and the practice of international affairs. And this has been a very rewarding and meaningful part of my career. And so I know that my year here at MIT has even expanded the bridge building. In fact, has helped me think about new bridges, new types of bridges to build. So I hope to bring MIT with me to future pursuits and to kind of continue to build on these collaborations.